Tobela, Ewela, Makosi, and Kanyang. Today I'm going to talk about driving in our dreams. Okay, you might be asking yourself, why would you be driving a car in your dreams? Why would you be doing that? Driving a car. You probably don't have it, or you never had it, and there it is, brand new car. You're in possession of it. You see yourself driving it, and you wonder why. Why are you driving this car? Now, since we're talking about ancestor spirits and guides, and we're talking about getting guidance in the form of a car, being metaphorical in our dreams, so we need to ask ourselves questions. Why are we in possession of it? What do our people want to see when they show us driving these cars? Why are we driving cars in our dreams? Anyway, a lot of people see these cars in their dreams, and they go and mimic what they've seen in the dream. They go and buy a car and end up in lots of debts because they assume by seeing a car in the dream, it means that it is your dream car. Now, the question now is, what are we supposed to be doing with these cars in our dreams? What are we supposed to be doing? Obviously, they're there for a reason. What are we supposed to be doing? So today we're going to be talking about 5 things. Let me just get there. So to tell you what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about why we are in position of a car, driving it as drivers, and why we see ourselves sometimes as passengers, and why sometimes these cars are uncontrollable. I mean, seriously, how can you be driving a car and you cannot even control it? I mean, some cars, even if you're trying to control it, these cars, they somehow are uncontrollable. Now, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about when you're driving, and I mean, seriously, you're driving this car, but you don't know where you're going. A lot of us want to know where we're going, right? But this car somehow, in the dream, it shows that you literally don't know where you're going. You get lost, actually, going somewhere that it is unknown to you. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to be talking about the Rocky Horror shows, the car accidents. I mean, why would someone buy you a brand new car? Nice! Actually, the car of your dream, metaphorical. Nice car, the car you like. Well, they hand you the keys. Some cars, they don't even have keys. They hand it to you. They become operas. Our ancestor spirits and guides, they become operas. You've got a car. You've got a car. You've got a car. And you can't even control it. Now, we're going to talk about that, the accident, car accident. And then we're going to talk about getting lost. I mean, these ancestors. Actually, let's talk about it properly. Today, I'm not representing anyone. I come as myself. I'm not representing ancestors. I'm not representing drivers, reckless drivers on the road who don't even have licenses. I'm not representing anyone. I come as myself. Truth of comrade. So I'm gonna be myself and tell you the truth. If you bought a license, I'm gonna tell it to you like straightforward. You bought a license and you are not supposed to be on the road. Okay? We're gonna talk about it straightforward. And the cars that drive themselves. I mean, these ancestors, they're the ones who came with the idea of driverless cars. The ancestors, our ancestors, ancient ancestors, they came with the driverless cars. They brought it out there, and people used our own ancestors' ideas and created the cars. Now we're going to be buying the cars that our ancestors came with the idea. Someone has patented that and made it like they came with the idea, when it is our ancestors giving us driverless car. There's no driver. There's no one in the front, but you've been driven. Those are our ancestors. We're going to talk about them. And then, imagine that one. You're being given a car you literally cannot afford. Even in the dream state, you know this car you're driving, you literally, you just don't even want to wake up because this car is so good. You know that when you wake up, you remember that car, even if you work as much as you want, even if you win lottery, you cannot afford it. We're going to talk about them cars, expensive cars. And then we're going to talk about unknown entities driving cars. I mean, imagine you're out there, you're you're as a passenger in the car, you look in front, in the dream, there it is, a goat driving your car. There it is, something that you cannot actually explain what it is, what kind of animal it is, driving your car. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about these entities. I mean, seriously, we need to be realistic. Those kind of things cannot drive cars. But how come in the dreams, our people, they are doing things like that? They're making us think that we can see things like this, they exist in real life when they don't exist physically. So we're going to talk about it properly. So now, let me talk to you as in greetings. Let me greet you guys. See who's there. Kolisi, Togoza, Nomandla. Let me just use this one so I can see you guys properly, because as you can see, I need to wear glasses, right? And I refuse to wear them glasses. Anyway, where was that? Oh no, what happened to my phone? There we are. Okay, let me see who's out there so I can greet you nicely, and then we can talk about these cars. Our ancestors, imagine them giving us cars. How did they even get money to purchase these cars, ancestors? How did they do that? Because seriously, some of them, they left us with their dads. And in the dream, they show us driving them cars, like they bought them to us. They bought the cars for us when they couldn't afford to buy them when they were living. These are our ancestors. We're going to talk about them properly. Nomandla, Kamabu Nomandla, Cindy Togoza, Cindy, Ferris Togoza, Busi Makosi, Ayanda Tobel. And yes. So, the cars. Now, symbolically, a car drives you from point A to point B. That is what we're supposed to do. Point A to point B. But you know, our ancestors have got a way of inserting themselves in our dreams. They've got a way of inserting themselves in our dreams because our ancestors, they think we cannot run our lives properly. So they show us in the dream state driving cars. And they're out there, the ancestors, they're out there laughing and pointing at us and saying, look at her, look at him. They don't even know which one is the brake. They don't even know how to turn the car. These are our own people. The people who are supposed to be encouraging us and guiding us. They're laughing at us, monitoring us in those dreams. We're going to have to talk about the truth. It's our ancestors, they're doing these things to us. But remember all these things that we're doing in the dreams? In real life, we are unable to tell which one is a brake, which one is not a brake. We are unable to turn the car to where we think we're supposed to be going. I mean, it is reality in the dream state, but in the dream state, you know that our people are just laughing. We have to be honest. They're just laughing. Because in the dream state, our own people who love us, and those ones who are running around with the source. Remember that we're putting ancestor spirits and guides. And the source is allowing it to happen. They are all watching us. Now, in the dream, when it comes to cars, we're going to be criticized, or meaning that criticized, we're going to be seeing our own weaknesses. Or we're going to be praised, meaning that in the dream, we'll be shown our strength. Now, why do they use cars? Why not everything? I mean, they put us in school, we know we are learning. But why cars? Why cars? Because we need to get from point A to point B. Sometimes for us to get from point A to point B, we have to be shown in motion. That is why the cars are involved, in motion. But remember that I always say this to you. You should, if you see your ancestors putting you as a person. Remember that in cars, we need to be in control of our cars, right? Because in the cars, we become aware of the road because we don't want to be a danger to people, right? Car can be a dangerous thing. A car can kill people on the road. So we need to show the people who have bought us these cars that we can drive them without causing danger out there. We can drive these cars in any kind of conditions, as in whether the roads are not plain, the roads are we are diverted on the road, there are people there and stuff like that. We can drive and navigate our cars the way we're supposed to navigate, as in our life. We're supposed to navigate it irregardless of what we're facing in real life. Any adversities, we're supposed to be able to not lose control. Drive nicely. If there are some things, some what they call it, some things on our side that we cannot control, we're supposed to take it easy. Breathe. Even though you can see there are people out there knowing you so much, you're supposed to breathe. Hold that steering wheel and drive towards where you're going. You know your destination. You know that you want to get to that place. You want to get to that destination. The end result will be good for you. So whether people out there, they're obstructing you, they're saying things that are not right on the road. Your point is to get from A to B and reach it. Whether it takes 2 days, whether it takes 3 days, destination can be seen. That is you on the road. That is what our ancestors want us to be doing. To get in the car, not be distracted by outside noises, not be distracted by what is happening in our cars. Meaning that if we are driving these cars, somehow, I'm going to tell you about what you guys tend to do, mistakes that you tend to do. But now let's leave it for now. If you're distracted in the car, you can navigate it nicely. Noise. If the petrol, somehow the car, something becomes malfunctioning on the road, you can take it easy. Hold it still, and then stop as you're supposed to stop, and not panic and start moving with the car. When the car is doing that, you're doing that as well. Now, causing accidents. That is real life situations. Our ancestors using the cars. Now, let's talk about it properly. We'll get it there. We'll talk properly about it. I was just getting you like where we're going, right? I was showing you that with the car, we need to start properly. We need to check the car, see everything is right. Remember, some things, they're uncontrollable, you cannot control. But the car, the most important thing is that you have to make sure that your car, it is in good working condition. That one you can control. If you cannot control it, if you're driving on the road and you realize the car doesn't have petrol, no. That life, your life, there's something that you could control, but you didn't think properly. You were not organized enough to look at the petrol, to make sure that the car has got petrol in the car, right? You didn't make sure that everything is in good working condition. These are the things that you as a human being can do. And we have to stop blaming ancestors. We need to take ownership. Here I'm representing the ancestors. We need to take ownership of our lives. That one, we need to take ownership. Where you are struggling, you reach out for help from others because you know what you're capable of. We're talking about cars. You are capable of looking at the car to make sure that everything is in good working condition. That's why you got a license, unless you bought it. A lot of you buy licenses a lot, and you fancy other people's cars and you steal them. If it is a car you stole, obviously you're not going to know everything about it. You might have stolen a malfunctioning car. So when you stop in the middle of the road, right in the middle of the highway, don't panic because you know what you did. That is the life in general. Everyone is given a car by their ancestors. These people, they're working so hard in the ancestral realm. They buy us cars. And we'll get to that. Let's answer the questions first. Let's get serious and answer people's questions. And then from there, we'll tell people the truth. Okay. Noxi Togoza, Noxi Sweet Makosi, Aubaki Tobela, oh Aubak. We're gonna get to you as well, and police we're gonna get to you as well with your famous people, and Aubak as well. You are going around in flights. Huh? We're gonna get into you as well. Catherine, Shewe Makosi, Thelma, Tobela Makosi. What if you drive people around? Thelma, we're gonna get to you. You're gonna have to explain yourself properly. How come you're driving people around? How come? Why are you driving people around? Are you a cab? I'm gonna talk to you about it properly. But first, let me answer the questions, the questions that I was asked before. Now, remember when it comes to ancestors, some of these dreams, like I said, they are giving you high five, meaning that they are saying, you're doing very well, my child. Well, this is good. You are impressing us. As healers and soon to be healers, our ancestors, they will guide us. They will show us how to drive our cars, how to navigate our cars in all different weather conditions, in all road conditions that are favorable or unfavorable. Our ancestors will show us those things, how to do it. That is why you see at the beginning when they hand you the car, you see when you're making a mistake, someone takes over, an invisible person takes over, because they are still showing you how to navigate your car, right? You're still new to this. So they'll show you. Once you are able to drive this car, you see yourself once driving it, that means you should not lose focus. Now, once you do it nicely, you can become a driving instructor, meaning that you can become a healer, helping others soon to be healers, driving them in the cars. Like what Thelma is saying here, if you see yourself driving others in the car, the passengers, meaning the soon to be healers, it is a good thing. You can drive the soon to be healers. But then we're going to talk about when you're driving people, it is a criticism, your ancestors are criticizing you, or when you're driving people, you're doing it for the good health of your community. You're doing it for good in the car. We'll talk about it properly. Let me answer the first person who came with this idea of the driving of a car. The question, okay, my phone is taking longer to get into, okay. All right, okay, I need to find the name. That's why this is, okay. Okay, where was that? What was that question about the car? Okay, that was here. All right. The question was from Cindy. I've been watching your video for some time now and loving your content and explanations. Very refreshing. This morning I woke up with a dream where me and my mother were driving to my house and you were driving. Then we got home and you sat in your lounge and I woke up. Now, I'll tell you that sometimes ancestors' messages can come in two ways. If you're watching me like this, and you're not paying attention to your people, your ancestor might give you this dream like this as a criticism or as a weakness. Now, how we know that a dream like this can be a criticism? Now, this will be shown even in the dream, the way you'll be feeling in that dream, because you will know that this person, like is driving me because I'm still learning as a soon-to-be healer. I'm still learning. And when I think about since I've been watching her videos, I think about her in the good way that I know that when she's in control, when she's driving me, if I'm following her, she will lead me to the right place. So the ancestors can use me as a praise in your dream to show you that the car being driven by me will take you to the destination you want to go. That is a good dream. It is a positive dream. But it could be a criticism, meaning that it could be showing you your weakness, that you are allowing Muhulu Makosi Amakulu to drive your life. to drive your life, whereby she even comes to you. Remember that with all our cars, we're supposed to drive. But this one, as a criticism, it will be like, you're supposed to be able to drive and control your life. But you are allowing others to take over your life, drive you to the extent that they'll even come and sit in your, they'll even come to your home. That's how much you made them reach your life, that they're even there in your life like that. But it could be a positive. When I was reading this, I read it as a positive. But I'm telling you that these dreams ancestors can give you as a positive or a negative, especially when someone is driving you around. If I'm driving someone around in like now, it is a good thing because I'm a healer. I am supposed to drive someone around. I'm instructed by this person's ancestors to help them in their life. So I have to show them how the car is I have to be an instructor to show them that we drive the car like this. So when they are my passengers in my car, they'll be looking at me and saying, oh my gosh, the way she's driving, wow, she's so good. Look at the way she's turning. Oh my gosh, because even when you're watching me on my live session, you're thinking about me like that I'm talking about something that makes sense. Your ancestors will use that information, the impression that I give to you when you're watching me, to use that to say that, ooh, when you see Mohulma Kosemakulu driving the car, it means it's a good thing, isn't it? Look at the way she's driving, even in the water, in rivers. This car, she'll drive it like it's 4x4. She'll get in through the different kind of conditions. She will get you there, my child. That is your ancestors giving me praise. But when they are criticizing you, they will be criticizing you and asking you, why can't you do what Mguluma Kosema Kulu is doing? Driving the car like that. What is stopping you? Because we've taught you to drive the car like that. What is stopping you? Why do you want to become a passenger? Because if she's driving your car, she'll be stopping at the stops where she wants to stop, meaning that inconveniencing you. But if you want to get to that point B, wants to stop and have coffee along the road, you'll be doing what Mgulma Kosema wants to do. You'll stop with her even if you don't want. Therefore, you'll be delaying your process because you're relying too much on Mgulma Kosema to drive you. That is why sometimes this dream can be what? Positive, or they can be negative. Meaning that they can be a weakness, it can be something that you need to look for as a strength. Now that was that dream was good because she explained it, that she's been watching me and she's been seeing something positive. So the ancestors are showing her that in the dream as well, I'll be driving her, I'll get her to the destination, meaning that her home, safely into a home with her mother. That is when it is a positive. Ancestors are not criticizing you. They're telling you that is that. But the most important thing, even if I drive you and I get you home, is that you should always want to drive yourself. Not driving your car. No. The main important thing is that your ancestors need to see you driving your own car, navigating it the way that you're supposed to navigate it, being in control of your own car, not someone else driving your car. That was that for Cindy. It's a beautiful dream, Cindy, but you should drive your car. You should drive your car. Now, from this, I will explain the dream from police when ancestors are using celebrities in our dreams. Remember that every person, celebrity or not, celebrities are used as the ancestors are amplifying something so that you see things properly the way you're supposed to see it. That's why the ancestors will use what? Celebrities. To amplify it, to make sure that you look at it in a heightened way. Because when you see someone like that, you celebrate that person. Now, every person, every celebrity that we see, everyone as a celebrity that we have, like everyone, the way I see celebrity is not the same way as you see your celebrity, right? We might be looking at the same person. Now, with Mkolisi, I'll use Mkolisi's dream because talking about what's this guy? The Rock. I love The Rock. Now, The way I look at the rock, it is different. The impression I get of the rock is someone who's fun. I used to look at his Instagram account. He's fun. He's living healthy lifestyle. All those films that he's doing, I like them, and I used to love to watch his film because of him, because I like him. That's the rock. That's the kind of person I like. So if my ancestors or Mkolisi's ancestors think of the way Mkolisi look at the rock as a positive influence, it means that when they want to bring a positive influence to heighten that bit, they will use it. That Mkolisi was with him fixing a friend's car. So they have to highlight what they wanted you, Mkolisi, to see, that the person was helping you, because if you look at the rock in that way, that he's a helpful person, he's a person who will be helpful. So they will use that to heighten what you were doing with him to help your friend. Now, that is like a positive thing. If you're helping a friend fix their car, is a beautiful thing. It is praise. Your ancestors are praising you that you're doing that. Now, like I said, with every dream, you have to think about how you're feeling in the dream, because with ancestors, when it comes to car, they'll show you. It is a praise or it is criticism. You are helping someone fix something, but you cannot fix your own car. You are taking all this time, all this energy, by helping someone, but you are unable to help yours. Remember that with the car dreams, it is related to our life in general. You will know yourself that they are showing you doing this. You probably are doing it in real life. You're helping others, but you are unable to help yourself, or you're helping others because that is your work. As a healer, you're supposed to help others fix their car. Where you are able to, you're capable of fixing cars, you are supposed to be helping others by doing that, which is a good thing. So it is not a criticism. It is a praise. If it is you're doing it in real life, you're helping people, but as well as you're helping them, your life, it doesn't, you don't help people, then you are unable to help yourself. So it will be a praise. If you are unable to help yourself, but you're helping others, it is criticism. That is just that. But remember, celebrities are used as the heightened what we're supposed to be seeing, what we're doing. But if the rock, like I'm saying, the way I'm thinking about the rock, generous person, good looking, he will do things to help others and stuff like that. But if you're looking at the rock, I'm talking about the rock, the rock celebrity, right? If you're looking at the rock, he brings up these qualities, like it is someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Remember, when I'm saying someone doesn't know how they're doing, is that when you're watching them on their films, when you're watching them, or the way they talk in interviews, when you're watching them and stuff like that, they bring that thing like, this person is nonsense, is talking nonsense, right? And your ancestors are showing you with that person fixing a car. Your ancestors are telling you, they're criticizing you. You are even allowing someone who is incapable of doing this to help you fix the car. So what kind of person will fix a car? That person who's who cannot be taken, how do you say, who's unable to fix their own life, or I'm talking about celebrities, because the way you're thinking about him is the way the ancestors will use them. You think about him as he's useless. He cannot do anything right. And you're allowing them to help you fix the car. The ancestors are criticizing you. That you even allow others like that. The way you are so incapable of even thinking about things properly. You even allow celebrities like that one to help you fix the car. Because you're going to go in the car. You're going to be in the car, the car that is being fixed by someone who's like that. You trust that someone to fix a car like that, and you're going to go in it. You're going to even allow your friend to go in it. That is a criticism. When ancestors are using the celebrities in the way that the impressions that we've got about them, the qualities that we think of them, like they hold, then they will use that in our dreams to show us something. Because we are supposed to be held by someone that you know. When you fix that car with that person who you believe that everything they do, they'll do it right. They're helping you fix the car. You know, anyone who goes in that car is going to be in a car that is going to be fixed nicely. It's going to take them to the destination that they want to go. It's going to take them to the place that they need. That person is going to make sure that everything, they fix it. There's nothing loose. the person is not going to be driving the car and the wheel falls off because you trust them that much. You trust that celebrity that much. In real life, when you're looking at them in videos or you're looking at them, you trust them that much that anything that they do with you, they will do it nicely. They will do it nicely. Right? That is the impression they give you. They impress you that much that you look at them like that. They are genuine like that. That is when your ancestors are using them as praise. Right? Everyone has got the qualities. The ancestors will use the qualities that you think that person has to bring out awareness about something in particular, something that you're doing, to show you. Fixing a car with that person is a good thing. Fixing a car with that person is not a good thing. What kind of car is going to be fixed by someone who doesn't know what they're doing? That is when they're criticizing you. That is ancestors. Anyway, that was Mkolisi there. Where was I? Okay, let's go to aeroplane people. People are moving, people are going from places. People are using aeroplanes. People are just flying. We are driving on the road. People are flying out there. Ancestors are putting people in flights and they are putting us on. Now let's talk to this one. Okay, who came first? Okay, mine was an aeroplane. Now we're going from car to an aeroplane. We are flying now. We are the what they call it in Sotuwarking, the modern flying days, the aeroplane. So our ancestors don't play around. They use aeroplane. You guys are playing around with cars. This is chartered, not even chartered. This is private jet. We were in the air, and the airplane had to land because there was something wrong with it. It landed in the middle of nowhere. Had to wait for a connecting plane. I woke up. That's part one. Okay. Remember that with whatever transport that you're using, there are certain things that they're beyond your control. Aeroplane having to stop in the middle of nowhere, it is nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. You booked your flight, you got on a flight, you know you're going from A, you're gonna reach point B at this particular time. Time is fixed. Delays, they can happen, but aeroplane, you know your time, you're gonna get there. If not, you might be later, but you know it's gonna take you from there to there. You know where you're going, right? That's why you're in it. Now, if it malfunctions and it has to stop, there's nothing you can do. They have to stop. But since you paid, they have to make a means for you to get to your destination, to the point that you want to go to. They have to do that because you paid. Now, here the problem comes. Kapatla for more clarity. Okay. 2 days later, I had another dream with the same people, and this time we missed the flight because I was at the wrong location. I was waiting there until the time to board has passed. Then someone said, we are in the wrong pickup location. I felt super sad because it meant that the plane left us. And because during the dream, I had in mind that this dream is related to the first one. So I made sure that I get there on time so that it doesn't leave me or anything. And I'm not in the current location. This one, it is nothing to do with the airline. It's nothing to do with the airline. This one, it is to do with the person who holds the ticket. This is when ancestors are showing you that some things that will happen if they have nothing to do with you. Things will happen that will stop you, they'll make delays. You might not get to where you want to go when you think you have to get there. Things will happen that stops you from getting there, right? But because of that, sometimes, because sometimes when things like this are happening in real life, right? When things are happening, you're supposed to go somewhere. Things stops you from reaching that, from getting promotion. Let's just put it like that, from getting promotion. It's nothing to do with you. It's from outside. Nothing to do with you. The boss was meant to promote you. Something happened. There's no money. There's nothing like that. If the company has to stop that, the promotion has to stop. It's nothing to do with you. But now, you've been given a chance to apply again, to reapply again. I'm just giving you an example using the aeroplane. Now, let's get to the aeroplane first. I'll give you an example with the promotion. So you've been given a chance to get to the destination that you want to go to. But as a person, now, when ancestors are showing you that there are some things that you're not organizing things properly. You're not organizing things properly. You're not looking at things properly. Because when you get to let's say is a airport. Airport is big, right? Sometimes there's terminal A, there's terminal B. Sometimes there's terminal A, there's terminal B. But from this dream, what I'm getting, which Aubak, you'll correct me if you think that's not what you were thinking in the dream. You were with people, let's say you're with 10 people that you're supposed to be going to Cape Town with, right? I'm just giving you an example of the destination of this flight. You were meant to be going to Cape Town, and along the way, there's some malfunctioning of the airplane, so it has to land, and you have to come out, and then there's a new flight has to come in. You're both told to go back to Johannesburg. You're gonna go to Cape Town. They've booked you another flight to go to Cape Town. But since you're with these people, when you get to the airport, you are looking around. You get there on time, everything is planned, but you're looking around, you see the people that you were on the airplane with. You were all going to Cape Town. You do not know that their destination was Cape Town and they end there. You following them around. I'm adding here, you correct me. You're following them around, you relax as well, because the people I was in the airplane with, when it stops, they are here. I'm surrounded by them. So I'll be following them around. When it gets to our time, I know these people, because we were meant to be going to Cape Town all together. When it comes to our time, I'm just going to be looking to make sure that we are all going to the same gate. Now, you can be in an aeroplane with the same people going to Cape Town, but their destination is not Cape Town. If the flight malfunction in the middle of, in between Cape Town and Joburg, flight malfunction, then you have to change the flight, you have to be on a flight. The airline can decide that those people who were not their final destination was not Cape Town. They might have to take what they call it, at the airport, what they call it, Terminal A and Terminal B. They have to take Terminal A, that is the location where they're supposed to get their flight, to Terminal A. Instead of going to Cape Town, where you were all going, you are back. They are now going somewhere else where they were meant to go in the first place. Cape Town, they were just going there to connect. You didn't look at your flight information to see that yours is going to be in Terminal B. You're just standing there with people in Terminal A because those people you were in the same flight with them. Meaning that when the time goes, those ones who you probably were looking to make sure that they are in the right place. Because in real life, you're relying on others for direction. You do not look at your things properly. Because to get at the wrong location, that is something that needed to have been corrected. When you left home, you should have looked at your ticket, the new one that says you're going to be connecting again, to see that you're going to be going to this location. Because when you're flying, the most important thing is that you do not just go to the wrong location. You have to make sure you get to the right location. Time will be things that those things will come after. The location, where am I getting this next flight? Because the first one, things happened with the first one. Things happened. Now you become more alert, more aware that if something like that happened, now they've taken my time because I'm supposed to get there at that time. Now I've been delayed due to the airline's fault. Now I do not want to make that mistake whereby the delay becomes even more by being at the wrong place at the wrong time. So they're showing you that some things in your life is not something to do with you. You cannot control it. But some things, it is your own fault. Your own fault. You get to the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, you get to the wrong location. Something that you're supposed to have planned ahead and looked, but you were following others, because when you were there at the airport, you saw the people that you were with, you thought you were in the right place, therefore forgetting yourself. Because as a person, you're supposed to forget others. You're traveling by yourself, so you need to make sure that everything is right. Whether those people are in the wrong place, they are not, but you have known it beforehand. Someone doesn't have to come and tell you that you're in the wrong location. That is your life in general. Things are like that in real life. That is when ancestors are criticizing us. That is a criticism. You need to plan things ahead. You need to look at things properly. Everything has to be looked in detail. Everything. New flight detail, you need to look at it. Which airline am I flying with? What time? Which airport? Those kind of things. Forget about others. Others, you meet them, it's the same way as you met them the first time. That is your people just criticizing you, how you are like in real life. Not looking at things in properly. Up to the last minute. Now you're going to have to expend more money, extra money for that you could have saved. Now you have to spend extra money due to your own fault. That is a criticism. All right. It is happening in real life. Okay. Where was I? Sbusiso. I had a dream of blue and white combi. I was the driver. Okay. All right. Combis, you're driving, and sometimes you have passengers. Sometimes you carry other things in there, but you were driving, and then what? Another one, I was hitchhiking. Yeah, that one. A white Avanza-like vehicle going to the concert of one popular singer. With hitchhiking in general, meaning that you're getting lift from people that you know or from people that you don't know. So therefore, it means that sometimes you might get in dangerous situation due to doing things like that. Remember, as people now, with what is happening with us, getting lifts and stuff like that, when you're hitchhiking, you're just getting anyone who can get you there, right? To where you want to get. You don't know how you're going to come back. You're going there to a concert, you're going to have fun. Oh, American singer. Oh, I wonder which artist was that. But going back home is going to be another hassle. How are you going to get back? That is the disadvantage of hitchhiking. How are you going to get back? You're getting there by default. Risk-taking. Because obviously when you're hitchhiking, you're risk-taking, isn't it? You do not know who the person who's driving you. They've stole the car that you don't know whether they know even how to drive it. You're just going to get in it. You don't know where they're going to be stopping. It's a risk-taking kind of thing. Right? That's hitchhiking. And coming back as well, you're going to risk-take again. Remember the people who hitchhike a lot, like things like this for concert. So that is when our people will be showing us the maturity, the spiritual, the kind of what they call it, spiritual maturity that we had. Like we will do things like this in general. Hitchhike ourselves to excitement, get excited, and then when you're coming back, you get there, you don't know how you're gonna get back home. As well, you're gonna be going crazy as well, thinking about going back home. You might not even find a lift back when you're risk-taking in life. Anyway, let's get to talking to people now who are there. Okay. All right. Let's talk properly about the cars. Where was I? Okay. Thelma, who are you driving around? Okay. All right. Busi. My granddad was in the passenger seat and the driver's seat had an invisible driver. They were driving me to primary school. Will I meet the driver? Is he the big boss? It is beautiful. Your grandfather is showing you. These are like the instructional dreams. is when your people are showing you that they're guiding you now. They'll be guiding you. The car will take you to where they want you to go. You're going to school, obviously. They're taking you to school. You're going to be learning. You're going to be learning. So they're taking you to where they want you to go. You're going to be learning, and when you finish, they'll take you back home. So you'll be fine. So as time goes on, you'll see there won't be invisible driver. Remember that all this invisible driver means that it is necessary that they have to take you where they have to take you. When ancestors are invisible in our cars, when our ancestors are invisible in their cars, it means that that car will get to where it's supposed to go. It will get to where it's supposed to go. There's nothing you can do about it. The car knows where it's supposed to go. It will take you there, and you go back to where you're supposed to get to. That is the car. The invisible car will take you to where it's supposed to go, and you just have to stay safe. And because your people will be guiding you to where they want you to go, and then they'll take you back. And they're taking you to school. You're gonna be learning. They're gonna be teaching you something. You are in a learning environment. So you'll see what comes out of after that. So your Nkulu is helping you. They're showing you they're with you, taking you to school. So that's a beautiful dream. So who's the big boss? Who's the big boss? They'll come and reveal themselves to you. The people who are invisible in your car. But look at the passenger who's with you, the person who's accompanying you. That is the person you're supposed to be happy with. The person who's there with you. Cindy sees, Gogo, what if you see yourself spinning the car like Gushesh, then packing it. Then your cousin tried to do the same thing, and you stop him and take the car back. Oh, Cindy, that's beautiful. So you can spin the car like that. But Gushesh is what? What is Gushesh? I'm thinking that you're doing like that. Is that what you're doing? So you're showing off. You're showing off. You're showing off that you're capable of doing tricks with the car. And now it's good. You don't let your cousin in your car, because the cousin is going to try to do what you're doing with your car and mess up your car and spin it and cause something that you know your car. You know how you know that you're capable of doing your spins or your gusheshes. But your cousin, you know him in real life, what role they bring to you, what kind of qualities they have. You know that if you give them your car, they'll just be fooling around and doing something stupid and messing up your car, because that's how probably you think about your cousin. Or you know your cousin will do the tricks even better than you. But in the dream, you know why you're refusing someone to take control. In the dream, you'll know. But it's your car. Don't let people do the tricks with your car, because they might overdo them and do them badly. Should be in control of your car. Anyway, but as well, don't be foolish about it. Don't be foolish about it. Show off. Nomandla, and Ndawuwe Gogo, Ndawuwe Nomandla. I was driving black car in my dreams, and it's stuck in the middle of the road. My brother was a passenger. He talked to the car, giving the car good names like "You Go Water." Oh, that's beautiful. They start moving. Okay, you go, beautiful. That's beautiful, Nomandla. Go, can you please explain this? So I was asleep at work, working in night shift. My boss awakening me. Okay, that's beautiful, Nomandla. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So it shows who's leading you in that car as well. Like when there's the problem with the car, then you're showing who your brother is talking to, the spirit that is carrying you in that car, to show them, like, with what is happening out there. Being stuck, right? Because it's nothing to do with you. It is, remember that there are things that are outside our control. If it is the car, how you get stuck, you get in a ditch, you find it difficult to come out, right? You're driving into a ditch. If you don't know how to navigate properly in there, you're gonna find it difficult. But then you can talk to the people to ask you to guide you out of it. So now your brother was using who will help them better to get them out of that situation. So that's why he was giving praise out. So that is a beautiful. That's a beautiful. So when you have problems and stuff like that, you know who you're supposed to call for that help, right? In general. We give people, we give our ancestors, the gogos and the mkulus. You can see my life is like this. I'm getting stuck here. Please help us. Help us like this. You know your child. You know I'm like this. Some things you can see, I couldn't do anything about it. Please help me out of a dangerous situation. That's when we're talking to ancestors. Codex. Togoza, these past days I always get online while you are leaving. Tomorrow is my birthday. Is there anything traditional that we are supposed to do on our birthdays? Just curious. I do not yet know. I didn't grow up with birthdays and stuff like that. If there's anything, not me, I don't know. Speaking of dreams, Gogo, I always have dreams about a Hilux car floating on top of water, either in a river or dam. One what? Melapi without knowing said she see me driving that car near future, but still no car. Is there something that I should do to perhaps in water to receive that car? The dream has been going for 10 years. Okay, okay. All right. So she sees me driving the car in the near future. Okay. Remember that when we have ancestor spirits and guides, they all communicate with us in cars as well. So meaning that in those cars, sometimes we'll be passing rivers, driving those cars, passing rivers, depending on whose spirit is it. Sometimes we'll be passing the sea. Sometimes we'll be going inside, like crossing the rivers in the car, because the spirits are showing you that here, no matter what, we will let you go through, right? No matter what, we'll let you go through, and we'll be there with you, guiding you and stuff like that. Sometimes our people will talk to us like that. But if this dream, they're telling you that one day you'll be able to drive that car, it means that one day you'll be able they'll be able to help you in that way to cross to go into the river, whatever, the spirits that is helping you, they'll help you. They are not necessarily saying that you're going to be driving the same car. Sometimes our people will show us the cars of our dreams, meaning that the cars that we would love to have. In life, there are some things we would love to have. As you see me here, I would love to live in somewhere different than where I'm living, right? The candle. Ooh. So, in the dream, if it is a car, they're using a car to show me that I fancy big things. They will be showing me the car that I would love to have. Let's say as a healer, I would love to work like that kind of a healer. Not with the car. I'm giving you an example as a healer to healer. I would love to get to that state of that healer. That state, that healer that I'm thinking of. Right? I would love to reach that state, become like that healer. The ancestors will show me. There are some cars you can drive, my child. Some cars, they look beautiful, you can see, my child, but you are not there yet. You are not able to drive that car, because that car, to get to drive it, you need to have reached that state spiritually. My child, one day you'll be able to drive that car and be like others, like the one you're fencing out there, driving those beautiful big cars, navigating them. Because at the moment, my child, you're still learning. We are still giving you this nice, small automatic car. Right? That is your ancestor. But when you reach that state, my child, we're going to be giving you the most beautiful big cars that you haven't even seen. The ones that you actually are flying with it. These cars, they can be, they're different. They're big cars. But you'll get there spiritual, but not yet. Sometimes they talk to us like that. As in life, yes, sometimes you see yourself fencing other people's cars, fencing other people's lives. Because you love to get to that state, but it is not yet time. When time comes, you'll be able to be in that state where you'll drive those big cars. Park it in front of that beautiful house, because you'll get to that. But at the moment, my child, learn to drive this small, nice car, because at this particular moment, you can only drive this one. It will get you to the destination you want to get at this particular moment in time. But there will come a time where you improve. You drive bigger ones now. That is your ancestors. Anyway, where was I? All right. Faith, Tobela Faith. Nomanda, can you please explain this? I was asleep at we're working night shift. My boss only, and I went, okay, all right, okay. I'll talk about these other things. I'll talk about other things on Tuesday, Nomanda. I'll talk about cars today. So, when it comes to cars, it is very important that we are in control of our cars. Because with cars, if you're not in control of it, then you will have problems. You will have problems. Sometimes you'll be delayed. Especially those ones. Sometimes our ancestors will show us with the people that we are carrying in our cars, whether they are destructive. We are not supposed to be carrying them. We are carrying people that we are not supposed to be carrying. Meaning that even in life, you're carrying too much that you can take. Some things you do not need to be carrying. You know, people are there in the car, they are passengers, but they're distracting, they're directing your car. They're telling you where you're supposed to stop. They're telling you where you're supposed to drop them. So you're being taken off your path by going around delivering people in different places. Because in life, that is what is happening. Your people, they see you doing that. They see you driving people around. Instead of getting to the place now, people are taking you to where they want you to take them. Because people find you easy like that. They can just pop into your car and you become their cab driver, which is not what our ancestors want us to be. We need to be in control of our lives and not let other people get lift from us and then control where we're supposed to be stopping, where we're supposed to be getting, and how to get there. Delaying our process. That is our ancestors. But remember, as spiritual people, we need to be able to know our limitations. There are some things we cannot do on our own. Although our ancestors, they want us to show them that we can perform well given the chance by driving this car properly the way we're supposed to drive them. If we are stuck, we do not panic. We do not become anxious. We do not start dealing with things that we cannot control outside. Because some things are uncontrollable. You cannot control them. They will just happen when they need to happen. In real life, there are some things you cannot control. They will happen. But when they happen, those things that we cannot control, we need to be able to deal with them. Meaning that we can deal with situations even when they're favorable for us. We can deal with situations when they're unfavorable for us. I'm talking about our lives in general. We can deal with them when there are things we are being attacked, left, right. This is unfavorable for us. We can deal with that. We can deal with extreme situations. Because we know once we are in that car, whether there are different things that are happening out there, there are things we cannot control, extreme as it is on the road. But we'll be able to remember our goal is to get there. Our goal is to get there. But sometimes we get on the road and we think we're supposed to be getting from point A to point C. Doing the shortcuts in lives. We're doing the shortcuts. We want to do the shortcuts. Those shortcuts, sometimes they're dangerous for us. Sometimes you see, when you're trying to do the shortcuts, taking the car to where you think you're going to get to that destination faster, you see your people taking over and changing the direction on which the car was facing. They change it to where you're supposed to be going. You go this way, my child. That shortcut is not going to be good for you. So that is when you see you're holding the steering wheel. You're trying to turn. You go in there. You're trying to turn. And the ancestors are turning it nicely for you. You cannot do anything. All you're just doing is that you're just trying. And the ancestors are turning it. Saying, no, my child. What you're trying to do, the shortcuts, my child, your life path is not like that. Your journey is not going that way. We're going to turn it around for you. To show you that you need to face that. That road, you're going to go on it. Whether you like it or not, you're going to go on that. You're going to experience that thing. You're going to go through that. That is our ancestors. They're guiding us. But sometimes the guidance, they have to show us, they have to not just give us instructions and saying, turn right and you're going to go north. And you go, turn right to go north. No, sometimes they have to be direct with us. You're going that way. That's where you're going. Because sometimes we listen in that way. The way I hear my people, sometimes they might tell me first, my child, to get to that place, use this road, use that road, use that road. That is instructions. That's your ancestors. They're telling you, my child, for you to be successful on YouTube, use this road, use that road, use that road. That is my ancestors. And that is instructions. I'll use that road, I'll use that road, I'll use that road. And I'll get there as my ancestors say. That is the instructional dreams with the car. But sometimes you're thinking, my ancestors, they're going to take me a long time to get there. I do not want to do that. I know how to do this faster than what my ancestors are saying to me. I'm going to go that way. Your ancestors, that's when they will show you that, my child, sometimes what you're trying to do, because you're not listening to us. We're giving you instructions. Do it like this. You're not listening. They're showing you now. They're just showing you. They're being bossy. You're going to drive like this. That's when they take over. They're going to drive it like that. Then you say, you throw tantrums on the road. I'm not going to be driving like that. I'm not going to go there. You get there. You leave the steering wheel. You're just going to leave it like that. If you take me there, you take me there. I'm not going to even put my hands on it. Then the ancestors, they leave you like that. They say, we're going to see where this one is going to end. Let us show her what will happen. Because it looks like Mholma Kosema doesn't understand our instruction. Mholma Kosema doesn't understand. When we are telling her, we're giving her an order. You do it like this. We're even showing her doing this with the steering wheel. You got to go there. She doesn't understand it like that. Now, this one understands things properly by seeing what will happen if things goes like that. That is when you see now ancestors, they will show you the car going in a way that you don't want to see. Accidents, threats. You go on the road like that, you're going to have an accident and it's going to happen like this. You're not listening to us. This will be the end result. They show it to you. The end result will be like this. Because you hear it when we're showing you things that could go wrong. That is accidents happening. They show you, if you don't listen to us, this will happen. You'll get an accident. Because you understand things properly by threats. If you see this, you're going to think properly now and listen to what we're saying to you. That is when they use that. That is ancestors. Anyway, that is just that. So accidents, they will happen because of sometimes our people will have to show us things like that. Like if you don't do this, this will happen. But remember that some dreams are premonition. So we're not talking about premonition today. Premonition is that some things will happen like that. And they happen. But sometimes some things might happen like that. Do something about it. You do something about it to stop things like that from becoming overwhelming, whereby you get to what you don't want to see. Anyway, where was that again? We're talking about destination. We need to know where we're going, and it has to be clear. We want to get there. As well, getting lost in life. Sometimes we will get lost because things are happening, and then you lose yourself a little bit. Then you get lost. So you need to find your way back. Meaning that in real life, you need to find a way back. Find your way. Because if they show you in the car getting lost, it means that you're lost in real life. So you need to find a way to not get lost. And as well, sometimes when they're showing us with other people being someone driving and you're a passenger. And it is your car, you can see it is your car. Sometimes we're letting people to drive us. We're letting other people to take control of our lives. We're relying too much on others. So they'll show you. At this particular moment, you're relying on this person. This person is running your life. You should not let it. That is criticism. You should not let it happen like that. You should take control of your life. So that's ancestors will do that. Anyway, I think that's that. And who's talking in Chinese there? We don't know. We can't read Chinese. Okay. Okay. Yes, we can do Chinese. Anyway, that is just that. We're talking about the car dreams, that we need to be in control of our own cars. We need to know where we're going. We need to take care of ourselves, care of our cars. We need to show the people that are helping us get these cars, we need to show them that we can perform well in our lives. We can look after ourselves. We can look after the cars that they're giving us. We can make quick decisions on those roads when things are not right. We can, if we get diverted, we can go nicely, find our way back and get to where we want to go. If we get into uncontrollable cars, sometimes in our lives, cars malfunction. Sometimes we need to take it easy. We need to take time and take it easy. Try and get ourselves reset. Find out what it is that is causing us this kind of thing, that our cars are not functioning as they're supposed to function. And reach out to our people so that they can help fix our cars, so that we can go into functioning cars. So that is just that. And Khanyang, and Khanyang.